Good day, everyone. I am Claudine Ikit from Group 1, and our topic is about the beauty of music for deaf person. So, let me introduce my groupmate first, which is Moneva Michelle, Kabaya Sharon, and Kid Salinto. Table of content. First is the abstract, introduction, methodology, result, discussion, and conclusion. So let us start. Abstract. This paper explored the concept of aesthetic appreciation of music for deaf individuals. It challenges traditional notion of beauty in music and emphasizes the subjective experience of deaf individuals. The research investigates of how deaf individuals can appreciate the beauty of music through alternative means such as feeling vibrations and physical sensation. The study highlights the subjective nature of their appreciation influenced by personal experiences, cultural heritage, and societal conventions. It argues that the beauty in music for deaf individuals extends beyond unity and harmony, encompassing a rich and varied interaction with music that includes visual and residual auditory experience. The findings suggest that the deaf individual can discern between good and bad music using their other senses and personal preference, underscoring the importance and considering their unique perspective in discussion of musical aesthetic. So, this research contributes to a broader understanding of the diverse way in which individuals can engage with the appreciation of music, promoting inclusivity and expanding the discourse on musical aesthetic. So let's start. Introduction. In today's technological advanced world, social media platforms such as Facebook and Instagram have become a popular and have and people rely on them. Music began to emerge from 20th century from sonnet to radio and cassette to YouTube, which has become music publishing instrument in modern world. The influence of music on society is profound and multi-faced, encompassing various aspects such as cultural exchange, emotional impact, social movement, and preservation of cultural heritage. So, cultural exchange and identity. Music has the power to emotionally and morally, culturally affect the society, which is essential to aspect of all human civilization. It acts as a link between two different groups by offering the valuable insight to foster cultural exchange and understanding. In emotional impact, music has the capability to uplift people from bad mood, elicit feelings, aid in therapy, promote the relaxation, and help shape cultural identity and personal identity. So in social movement and change, music brings people together, establishing a sense of belonging and shared experience. It has the power to guide people action and aid the information identities, and last is the preservation of cultural heritage. Music enhances the preservation of human heritage of and cultural differences across generation, which serves as a dominant interaction that music influence individual personal development, heritage preservation, and contributing a positive change. In the words, serve as as a powerful medium for fostering empathy and understanding the positive change across diverse cultural society, social contexts. So, despite of its importance on the society, philosopher, philosophers and scholars have investigated when to be called music beautiful. In the German philosopher Alexander Bagelten introduced in terms of aesthetic in his 1733 thesis as a replacement of taste. In philosophical discussion of art, aesthetic is a philosophical study of nature of beauty, art, and taste. So that's how we are going to define beauty. So, it examines the principles, criteria in determining the consideration of aesthetical pleasant of an art. So, however, this is Kitaro, Japanese philosopher Kitaro Nishida, known for his contribution to the development of philosophical and art aesthetic through his concept of basho, which refers to the dynamic interconnected nature of reality. So, Kitaro Nishida emphasizes the idea of beauty is not simply objective quality of an object, but rather arises from the relationship between an object and the viewer. So, he stated that the beauty experienced through a sense of unity, harmony between the individual and the world around them. So that's according to him. The issue here is whether you appreciate beauty in the music through melody, rhythm, and harmony between yourself and the music, or whether you connect with a deeper and emotional and aesthetic experience in music as a whole. So, this paper relationship to a philosophical concept of basho from a Japanese philosopher Kitaro to offer a philosophical discussion to appreciate beauty of music. The goal is not only to appreciate the beauty for music rather than address the perception of beauty in music for a deaf individual. It challenges the concept of Kitaro in beauties as moga, which is the key concept in his philosophy, whether the deaf individual appreciate the beauty of music. So, this study will explore the on the potential impact on the understanding the aesthetic experiences in music, especially the deaf person, of how they emphasize the subjective experience of unity as what Kitaro defined beauty is. So harmony, melody, and rhythm. It will analyze the potential impact towards the more holistic relation, understanding the musical beauty in deaf person. So the objective of this study perspective expands our understanding of music aesthetic beyond isolated musical elements and encourages us to see beauty in a relationship of interconnection interconnection that exists between a deaf listener and the music. So what we're going to seek is this study will seek the answer of the research question, which is the music beautiful for a deaf people? Do the deaf people appreciate the beauty of music as a whole? To present new valuable underpinnings in this topic, to learn how to these people will live in a world cherish everything and little things. So let's proceed to methodology, which is discussed by my groupmate Sharon Cabaya.
Methodology. Written qualitative and quantitative journals, articles, and research studies are gathered data to analyze and investigate how it relates to the problem of this paper and the possibility that it may bring into argument. So, this study is using both qualitative and quantitative methods. It collects information from written sources like journal, articles, and research studies. So, the goal is to look at how this information is related to the problem of the paper that is being discussed and to see what it might mean for the argument that the paper is making. So, essentially, it's about using different types of information to better understand and discuss a specific issue. So sources presented here is from social media platform. Deaf individuals' appreciation of music. Social media sources reveal that deaf individuals can appreciate music through various means. So, this means that information from social media shows that a deaf people can enjoy music in a different ways. Musicians who have lost their hearing often use vibration of their instrument as healing therapy. So, musicians who have experienced hearing loss sometimes find comfort and therapeutic benefits by feeling the vibration of their musical instruments. So, the physical sensations of the vibrations became became a form of healing therapy para sa ilaha. Deaf individuals can also feel physical sensations of music, such as bass or drum power. So, deaf individuals can experience, excuse me, the physical sensations of music, like the powerful beats of um, bass or drum. So, bisag dili sila kadungog, they can still feel the vibration, which adds a sensory and enjoyable element sa ilahang musical experience. Some deaf individuals can pick up different sound waves, vibration, and low notes. So some deaf individuals have the ability to sense various aspects of music um, that is indicating of a different sound waves, vibration, and low notes. So again, even if dili sila kadungog in these elements, maka-feel gihapon sila, makadetect gihapon sila pinaagi sa ilang sensory experience such as vibration o physical sensation. So in this way, this is heightened sensitivity that allows them to perceive and appreciate and the different aspect of musical environment. So even if dili sila makadungog sa music, ma-feel na nila through sa vibration, especially kung ang gigamit ani nga instrument is ang kanang bass or ang kanang drum. So even if ilahang i-touch, ma-feel nila nga inana di ay ang music. The National Deaf Center, or NDC, believes that hearing loss doesn't hinder a student's ability to participate in music classes. So, the NDC believes that having a hearing of loss doesn't stop a student from taking part in music classes. So, in other words, they think that the deaf or the hard of hearing individuals can still fully participate. These deaf people can still participate and maka-enjoy sila and maka-learn sila sa music despite sa they are not able to hear. The belief is likely grounded in the idea that music education can be exclusive and adapted to accommodate diverse ways of experiencing and appreciating music beyond just hearing. The University of California Press study reveals that deaf individuals' appreciation of music is subjective, influenced by factors such as genes, experience, and age. So, the University of California Press, according to them, Deaf individuals enjoy music from a person to person. So it's a subjective experience, meaning it depends on the individual's personal experiences. Factors like genetics, past experiences, and age can shape and how they perceive and appreciate music. So this suggests that there is not a one size fits all way for deaf individuals to engage with music, but rather it's a diverse and individualized experience influenced by various aspects of their lives. Deaf individuals appreciate music as diverse and multifaceted, reflecting on the musical status of orality and understanding, vision, and touch. So, deaf individuals appreciate music in a diverse and multifaceted way, considering sa ilahang musical experience that beyond just hearing. They reflect on the concept of orality, which typically relates to the sense of hearing. Instead of relying solely on sound, they explore and understand music through visual elements and tactile sensations, acknowledging the importance of vision and touch in their musical perception. So, this highlights a broader and more inclusive approach to music appreciation that goes beyond traditional auditory experience. So, again, even if dili sila makadungog, ginakuan gyapon nila, gina-appreciate gyapon nila ang music through sa ilahang pag acknowledge bitaw sa instrument, like kanang kato akong gingon ganina nga even if dili sila makadungog, ma-feel nila through sa vibration and sa ilang physical touch. The appreciation of music by deaf individuals is not solely about unity or harmony, but a rich and varied interaction with music. So, deaf individuals don't limit their appreciation of music to the concept of unity or harmony that is typically associated with sounds. Instead, ang ilahang engagement with music is characterized by a rich and varied interaction. So, this means that they explore diverse aspects of music beyond just the harmonious elements, possibly including mga visual presentations, vibrations, or other sensory dimensions. Their experience is multifaceted, emphasizing that the beauty of music for deaf individuals goes beyond conventional notions of unity and harmony.
Good day everyone. So I'm going to report the results and discussion. So let's start with the result. So the National Deaf Centers or NDZ believes that hearing loss doesn't hinder a student's ability to appreciate in music classes. The University of California Press study reveals that the deaf individual's appreciation of music is subjective, influenced by the factors such as genes, experience, and age. So it means to kuno that the National Deaf Centers nagtuo sila nga ang usa ka tawo if wala sila pagdungog or bungol, dili ni hadlang or babag para sa ilahang kakayahan para mo appeals or mo eskwela about music. So the University of California Press usa daw to ka good example nga nagpakita og appreciation of music ngadto sa mga deaf, which is subjective kini daw o kini ga ka-impluwensyahan sama sa genes, experience o edad. Deaf individuals appreciate music as diverse and multifaceted, reflecting on the musical status of a reality and understanding the vision of and touch. So kini mga bungol, so kay dili man sila kadungog, naapod sila klase-klase nga pamaagi sa pag-appreciate about music. dili man galing sila makadungog, but through sense sa mga mata and touch, which is paggunit. Makita sa mga deaf, example, naay usa ka grupo nga dili mga bungol nga nagkanta. So makita sa deaf ang reaction sa uban if ang music ba is jolly. Di ba kung natay kantahon nga jolly, naman tay emotions man jud nga happy ta, ana nga kanta. Ana nga kanta. So makita pud sa mga bungol nga ang ginakanta nato is jolly. So kung magkanta pud ta o dili kay jolly, which is mga Christian song or with emotions na kini nga kanta is pang sad. So makita pod na nila nga ang gikanta nato, ang music is pang sad. So if true touch pod, they can feel what the music is by touching something na naa ang beat sa music, which is kusog ba kini, or soft lang, or sakto lang, hinay lang. So even though losing their sense of hearing, they can use the vibrations of their instruments to listen to music. So bisan man og bungol sila, makasabot Japan na sila through vibrations of the music. The loss of hearing is not a factor to feel, to listen a music or attend musical plays, nor succeed in musical classes, since there are various means to appreciate and enjoy the music. So, dili rason ang pagkabungol sa usa ka tawo nga dili sila pwede mo eskwela, kay gani bisan man og naa sila kapansanan, pwede man na sila ma-enjoy through music. It because individuals has fixed preference to taste based on our five senses, which is the sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing. The appreciation of music by deaf individual is not solely about unity or harmony, but a rich and varied interactions with music. So let's move in the discussions. So here's the questions. Is music is beautiful for a deaf person? Tsada ba ang music para sa mga bungol? So the deaf person can still able to tell the differences between good and bad music. They can still use their five senses, which is smell, touch, vision, and taste. So ang giingon diri, pwede jud kaayo nila ma-identify ang music if tsada ba or dili through senses. It is only ways for them to determine whether or not the music is beautiful are through their sense, feeling the beats and vibrations, seeing the lyrics and melodies, and experience the feeling the lyrics and melody evoke. In this instance, their opinions are aesthetic differs from those to those who are still able to hear and will as from those who are not deaf. Aesthetic. So diri dayon lahi man jud tag mga tan-aw or mga opinion about aesthetic. Kay ang ilahang pamaagi lahi pod ngadto sa mga pakadungog, which is mga normal nga mga tao, ug ngadto sa mga deaf. It is because our personal experience, cultural history, social conventions, and their influence of family are one of the factors that affect how we perceive and appreciate beauty of things. Next, so the example is, suppose that while person A was between the age of 7 and 10, his parents sang the new Happy Birthday song by Carlo Agazzi. Despite as deafness, he was able to recognize the song artistic merits and he believed it is to be the most beautiful song. The song evoked deeply recollection from his early years, giving it a personal importance And additionally, suppose also that the family of the three deaf individuals, which is si X, Y, and Z, only sang the usual happy birthday to them on their birthdays when they were between the ages of 7 to 10. 7 to 10. So, kung si A nag-edad of 7 to 10, ang iyahang mga ginikanan kuno, always siya ginakantahan og happy birthday songs which is gikanta ni Carlos Agassi. Kada birthday niya maud jud na ang music nga birthday song ang ginakanta sa iyaha. So, kay si A, usa ka deaf or bungol, para sa iyaha, mauna na ang pinakatsada nga song para sa iyaha. Kay mauman ang always nga ginakanta sa iyang family, inig mag-birthday siya. Og samtang nga gadako si A, mas gakalawom ang iyang pagsabot anak nga song, which is gahatag na sa iyaha og personal nga importansya. Og naapoy tulo ka deaf nga si X and Y and Z, kini sila ginakantahan lang ni silang family og traditional song nga atong naandan. Og kini ginakantahan pud sila to 7 to 10 nga edad. So, if we compare the person A to people X, Y, and Z in order to make a aesthetic determination as which birthday song, the new one written by Carlos Agassi or the traditional one. The following factors, persons as personal experience, cultural heritage, social norms, and family influence that produce the sentimental value to support his judgments about the song's aesthetic appreciation, which make it objective based on his preferred standard. However, this judgment is biased. Conversely, that subjective is assessment of the song as artistic value resulted from the various circumstances influencing their perception. Kung ikumpara nato si A nga bungol ngadto sa tulupod ka deaf nga si X and Y, mahitungod sa pagsabot in order to make the aesthetic determinations in which birthday songs ang bag-o ba nga kanta ni Carlo Agassi, which is favorite ni A, or ang traditional one which is kanang traditional nga ginakanta sa tuaw, which is the birthday song. Ang personal nga kaagi daw kuno ni A is pamana sa kultura, which is mauman ihang naandan gikan sa ihang mga ginikanan nga maoy naghatag sa iyaha og sentimental value or halaga mahitungod sa aesthetic. Paghatag importansya sa maong kanta. However, this judgment is biased. O conversely, there is a subjective assessment of the song. Artistic value resulted from the various circumstances and influencing their perception. So last discussions. So Kitaro Nishida's idea of basho, which holds that the beauty is subjective, is not entirely accurate because it is neither subjective or objective, but rather the blind spot of non-deaf people's perspective. A deaf person can still distinguish between a good and awful music. Its blind spot in that non-deaf people are unable to access the validate these admirations of beauty within the framework on their own musical preference. So, sa idea ko ni Kitaro Nishida of basho, nagsulti nga ang katsada kuno kay subjective, dili kuno ganap nga tinuod or tumpak, tungod kay dili man siya subjective or layunin or objective, but rather the blind spot of non-deaf people perspective. A deaf person can still distinguish between good and awful music. So, ang giingon do kuno diri, pwede do kuno ma-identify sa mga deaf or bungol person between good and bad music or bati or tsada nga ang usa ka music. It's a blind spot in that non-deaf people are unable to access and validate these admirations of beauty within the framework of their own musical preferences. Kini kuno usa ka blind spot pod para sa mga dili bungol or mga normal person nga dili nila mag-gets or ma-access sa ilahang pagkabilibs ngadto sa mga bungol ngano kaha makasabot man sila nga bungol man sila nganong ganahan man sila sa music nga dili man sila kadungog. So mao na to, daghang salamat.
Is music beautiful for a deaf person? The deaf person can still be able to tell the difference between good and bad music because they can still use their five senses: smell, touch, vision, and taste. It is the only ways for them to determine whether the music is good through their senses: feeling the beats and the vibration, seeing the lyrics and melodies, or experiencing the feelings that the lyrics and melodies evoke. Di ba mostly sa ato is wala kaayo idea or knowledge about how the deaf communities like the deaf people understand the beauty of music since wala sila sense of hearing which is the primary thing nga atong ginagamit aron masabtan ug masabot ang mga meaning ug mga messages nga ginapaabot sa mga artists sa ilang mga listeners. So, Kitaro Nishida do a research about how beautiful music is for a deaf person. As a musician, he is very curious. Curious kay si Kitaro about how the deaf individuals appreciate the beauty of music ug kung unsay rules sa mga music sa mga deaf people ug kung ma-distinguish ba nila kung unsa ka patsyada or kalain ang mga music na gina-compose karon sa mga katawhan. So, according to Mr. Kitaro Nishida, deaf person can understand music through their senses, feeling the beats, vibration, seeing the lyrics and melodies. Bisag wala sila sense of hearing, dili gyapon nato ma-underestimate ang ilang ability to read kay mao na ilang gina-eskwelahan. Mao na ilang mga expertise para maka-communicate sila ug tarong sa uban ug masabtan kung unsa ang gatuyok sa kalibutan. Expected na nato nga gitudluan pod na sila kung saan pagbasa ang mga notes through sign language and other textures nga ilang magunitan nga ga-symbolize sa notes aron masabtan nila og ayo ang mga music. In this instance, their opinions on aesthetic differs from those who are still able to hear as well from those who are deaf. It is because our personal experience, cultural history, societal convention, and the influence of family are one of the factors affects how we perceive and appreciate beauty of things. So, in this instance, the opinions of deaf person on understanding aesthetic differs to those who able to hear daw kay lahi pod daw ang mga opinion sa mga pakadungog. It is because of their personal experiences, cultural history, societal conventions, and other thing nga maka-influence. In this instance, their opinions on aesthetics differ from those who are still able to hear as well as from those who are deaf. It is because our personal experience, cultural history, societal conventions, and the influence of family are one of the factors affects how we perceive and appreciate the beauty of things. So, the opinions of the person on understanding aesthetics differs to those who able to hear daw. Ug lahi po daw ang mga opinions sa mga pakadungog. It is because of our personal experiences, cultural history, societal conventions, and even ang pag-influence sa atong pamilya nakaapektuhan ang atong pagsabot o atong pag-appreciate sa beauty sa mga butangan na sa atong palibot. Kay for example, ang mga deaf communities na mga situations nga dili nato ka-experience nga ilang ka-experience ug naapoy mga butang ang mga pakadungog nga dili ka-experience sa mga deaf. Example, ang hearing nila dili gid na nila ma-experience since wala na sa ilaha. So mag-differ gid atong understanding about what what music really is. For example, suppose that while person A was between the age of 7 and 10, his parents sang the new Happy Birthday song by Carlos Agassi. Despite A's deafness, he was able to recognize the song's artist merits, and he believes it to be the most beautiful song. The song evoked deep recollections from his early years, giving it personal importance. Additionally, suppose also that the family of the three deaf individual X, Y, and Z only sang the usual happy birthday song to them on their birthday when they were between the ages of 7 to 10. If we compare persons A to people X, Y, and Z in order to make an aesthetic determination as to which birthday song, the new one written by Carlos Agassi or the traditional one. So for the example, person A and person X, Y, and Z, sila tanan dili makadungog. Pero lahi sila og family, and every birthday kantahan sila happy birthday song, probably through sign language and verbal song siguro. Kanang mix kanang na magkanta na apoy mag sign language since dili sa jud madunggan ug dili ma-feel ang person sa birthday if walay magkanta ng happy birthday. Ang ginakanta sa family ni person A is katong trendy music ni Carlos Agassi nga ni-hit og millions of reacts and comments, while ang family nila X, Y, and Z only sing the traditional birthday song. Despite of deafness, all of them recognizes that it was an artistic materials, and they believe it was the most beautiful song since the song was represented or being always recalled to their minds at their young age. Kung maulang basta lang ibalik-balik og kanta sa imong birthday, tapos is music beautiful for a deaf person? The deaf person can still be able to tell the difference between good and bad music because they can still use their five senses: smell, touch, vision, and taste. It is the only ways for them to determine whether the music is good through their senses: feeling the beats and the vibration, seeing the lyrics and melodies, or experiencing the feelings that the lyrics and melodies evoke. Di ba mostly sa ato is wala kaayo idea or knowledge about how the deaf communities like the deaf people understand the beauty of music since wala sila sense of hearing, which is the primary thing nga atong ginagamit aron masabtan ug masabot ang mga meaning ug mga messages nga ginapaabot sa mga artists sa ilang mga listeners. So, Kitaro Nishida do a research about how beautiful music is for a deaf person. As a musician, he is very curious. Curious kay si Kitaro about how the deaf individuals appreciate the beauty of music, o kung unsay rules sa mga music sa mga deaf people, o kung ma-distinguish ba nila kung unsa kapatsyada or kalain ang mga music na gina-compose karon sa mga katawhan. So, according to Mr. Kitaro Nishida, deaf person can understand music through their senses, feeling the beats, vibration, seeing the lyrics and melodies. Bisag wala sila sense of hearing, dili gyapon nato ma-underestimate ang ilang ability to read kay mao na ilang gina-eskwelahan. Mao na ilang mga expertise para maka-communicate sila ug tarong sa uban ug masabtan kung unsa ang gatuyok sa kalibutan. Unexpectedly, expected na nato nga gitudloan pod na sila kung unsaan pagbasa ang mga notes through sign language and other textures nga ilang magunitan nga ga-symbolize sa notes aron masabtan nila og ayo ang mga music. In this instance, their opinions on aesthetic differs from those who are still able to hear as well from those who are deaf. It is because our personal experience, cultural history, societal convention, and the influence of family are one of the factors affects how we perceive and appreciate beauty of things. So, in this instance, the opinions of deaf person on understanding aesthetic differs to those who able to hear daw kay lahi po daw ang mga opinion sa mga pakadungog. It is because of their personal experiences, cultural history, societal conventions, and other thing nga maka-influence. So, mao to'y blind spot sa mga deaf individuals, but all in all, they can understand, read, and identify what is good and bad about music. Conclusion. This paper explores the concept of aesthetic appreciation of music for deaf individuals. It challenges the idea that beauty in music is solely based on unity and harmony, emphasizing the subjective experiences of deaf individuals. The research indicates that deaf individuals can appreciate the beauty of music through various means. The study suggests that beauty in music for deaf individuals is not solely about unity or harmony, but rather the blind spot of non-deaf people. And Kitaro Nishida's idea of basho is not entirely accurate. So, this paper explores the concept of aesthetic appreciation of music through the deaf individuals of Kitaro Nishida. It talks about how deaf individuals engage and appreciate the music despite of their being deaf, and proving that music is not solely confined to the auditory realm, but also extend itself for a more convenient way that everyone can attain. This paper also persuade the ideas that deaf people and not can indicate music through their own perspective and experiences in life, and how that it affects the judgment and the way of individual appreciate the aesthetic beauty of music. For example, suppose that while person A was between the age of 7 and 10, his parents sang the new Happy Birthday song by Carlos Agassi. Despite A's deafness, he was able to recognize the song's artist merits, and he believes it to be the most beautiful song. The song evoked deep recollections from his early years, giving it personal importance. Additionally, suppose also that the family of the three deaf individual X, Y, and Z only sang the usual happy birthday song to them on their birthday when they were between the ages of 7 to 10. If we compare persons A to people X, Y, and Z in order to make an aesthetic determination as to which birthday song, the new one written by Carlos Agassi or the traditional one. So for the example, person A and person X, Y, and Z, sila tanan deaf dili makadungog. Pero lahi sila og family, and every birthday kantahan sila happy birthday song, probably through sign language and verbal song siguro. Kanang mix kanang na magkanta na apoy mag sign language since Dili sa jud madunggan ug dili ma-feel ang person sa birthday if walay magkanta ug happy birthday. Ang ang ginakanta sa family ni Person A is katong trendy music ni Carlos Agassi nga ni-hit og millions of reacts and comments while ang family nila X, Y, and Z only sing the traditional birthday song. Despite of deafness, all of them recognizes that it was an artistic materials and they believe it was the most beautiful song since the song was represented or being always recalled to their minds at their young age. Kung maulang basta lang ibalik-balik og kanta sa imong birthday tapos